Hi everyone, it's the Comic Fan Man here coming at you with another video, and in today's video we're gonna go over Eric the Cavalier from the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon 40th anniversary figure released by Hasbro. And yeah, we're gonna take a good long look at him. And first, again, starting off, they come with the Dungeons and Dragons dice. His particular dice is a D10 dice. The 0 actually here stands for the number 10. And very cool. Another dice to add to my Dungeons and Dragons collection. So I'm really kind of happy about that. Now, in the cartoon, Eric is, you know, he's very arrogant and he's cowardly. He's very chauvinistic in the cartoon, something that, you know, modern day would be considered problematic. But he was given the title of Cavalier. And a Cavalier is, in Dungeons and Dragons, the Cavalier is one of the basic fighter style classes. And that kind of threw me because I never really looked at him as a Cavalier, simply because he had, you know, all this chain armor and he had this magic shield that he used to protect. I always assumed that he was like, the Cavalier might have been like the early name for a Paladin. So I always thought he was a Paladin. But no, he is a Cavalier. And, you know, I was just taking some interest in what else he might have been. Like, I was looking to see if there was anything about the logo of his shield, if it was attached to him in any way. But no, it was just, you know, what Dungeon Master gave him when he got there. And his character was always, like I said, he was always arrogant. He was apparently a spoiled rich kid. But he did have a heart of gold. He did care about his friends. And you know, the shield was kind of a play on that, because he always defended his friends when it counted the most. And the shield, the nice thing is that this energy portion comes right off. So you can have the basic shield the way it is in the show, and then when you have the energy of protection going around it, you can pop on this little special effect. Really, really neat. All right, so taking a closer look at him. So as you can see, the shield just clips onto his wrist, which is fine. The face, again, I think Hasbro did a perfect 1-for-1 on the styling to make it look like the animation, the character from the animation. Amazing, amazing job. And look, they did a lot of nice scale on his armor. I didn't expect all of that, especially for a cartoon character, because normally they don't even do this kind of detail for their regular real life suits that I've seen in their superhero figures. But no, they did, and he's even got like the little clamps on the armor for the chest armor. That's really, really cool. I did not expect all that. His cape is a little short. That's the way he had it in the cartoon. But he's got the 2 clamps that hold the cape. Really nice. I think they did a perfect job recreating him from the cartoon look. I think he looks pretty spectacular. All right, and here he is alongside NECA Toys Dungeons and Dragons Strongheart, an actual real Paladin from the realm of Dungeons and Dragons. And Strongheart did show up in one episode of the cartoon, and that was the episode that had this golden mace. And yeah, and here, as you can see, lined up side by side, again, the scale doesn't work. One is 6 inch, one is 7 inch, But again, because these are kids, it definitely fits on that shelf. Because, hey, you know, you can use them as the kids of Dungeons and Dragons, which is what they were in the cartoon. Strongheart and Warduke were definitely bigger than the kids, so they shouldn't be on the same scale anyway. But yeah, I think he looks really good. And there is something else I want to show you, because remember, I had a theory about Eric actually being a Paladin instead of a Cavalier. All right, so let me just move Eric to the background for a minute here. So about a couple of months ago, I started, more than a few months ago, I started playing Dungeons and Dragons with my boys, trying to show them. And we actually bought a couple of miniatures last month. And take a look at this miniature. Who does that look like? This is Eric. This is Eric. And this is from a set from Dungeons and Dragons, Dragons of Stormwreck Isle playset. And there's actually 4 of the cartoon characters, but Eric is definitely one of them. And here's the card that it came with. I want you to see what it says Eric's title is. Take a look. Eric is a Paladin in the Dragons of Stormwreck Isle. That's pretty cool. Now I know officially in canon there is the Cavalier class in Dungeons and Dragons, but the fact that they marked him as a Paladin, it just made more sense to me, because he looks more like a Paladin than a Cavalier. And I really think that's kind of cool. All right, and to complete his Paladin transformation, I found a sword to put on him. This is the sword from Masterverse Tila, and yeah, I think it's the perfect size for this figure. Take a look at that. And yeah, I think that helps to complete his Paladin transformation from the miniature all the way to the figure. That's all right. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this look at Eric the Cavalier, which I will now be referring to as the Paladin from here on out. And if you feel that I've earned it, please give me a like and subscribe. And let's look forward to the last figure that we have in the series, which is the Acrobat.